A penguin is breaking the internet. Not a meme, not a cute video. A suicide. A single emperor penguin, walking alone, away from his colony, away from the ocean, toward 5,000 kilometers of absolutely nothing. Werner Herzog filmed this in 2007. His voice, you know the voice, that German monotone that sounds like God giving up. He calls it deranged behavior. He's watching this bird commit suicide in slow motion. 18 years later, we can't stop watching it either. Stop. Look. I need to ask you something. Why now? Why is a clip that's been sitting on YouTube since 2007 suddenly the defining image of early 2026? Why are millions of people editing this penguin over lo-fi beats and Radiohead songs? Why does every third comment say, "Me too, little guy"? Because I think this penguin predicted something about us, about where we're walking. And I think Herzog knew it the whole time. McMurdo Station, Antarctica, 2007. Herzog is filming Encounters at the End of the World. He's already made his promise. He will not make another film about penguins. He mocks March of the Penguins. Too sentimental, too comforting. He wants the real Antarctica, the one that doesn't care if you freeze to death. So he interviews scientists, philosophers, people who willingly live at the bottom of the world. Then one of them points. That penguin is going the wrong way. The researcher sounds confused, maybe worried. These birds are hardwired. Ocean means food. Food means survival. The colony is survival. But this one turns his back on the math. He walks inland, toward the transantarctic mountains, 5,000 kilometers of ice stretching toward nothing. The rule is clear. Don't interfere. So they watch. Herzog watches. The camera watches. Just wind, and the sound of flippers scraping ice. The penguin doesn't stop, even when they turn him around, even when they physically point him toward the sea. He waits, then he turns back, toward the mountains. Herzog says, even if you were to catch him and bring him back to the colony, he would immediately return, heading off into the interior, to certain death. Silence. Normally, this is where a nature documentary ends. But this clip didn't die in 2007. It mutated. Early YouTube comment sections, Nietzsche quotes, "God is dead and this penguin knows it." Tumblr, black and white GIFs, cigarettes, doom, mood. Reddit, the Nihilist boards. He's the only one who figured it out. But this is where the timeline splits. March 29th, 2017. Disney shuts down Club Penguin. 330 million accounts, gone overnight. Not archived, not preserved, deleted. A writer later calls it the digital waddle to nowhere. Millions of kids spent their childhoods as penguins, building igloos, working jobs, making friends. And then one day, the server shut down. Their avatars were left frozen, walking in place, forever. The essay circulates, quietly. Too early, too abstract, not yet. Now jump forward. The internet is exhausted. We've done every format, every trend, every outrage cycle. TikTok eats itself. Reels chase TikTok. Shorts chase Reels. And then someone, probably 17, probably bored, finds the Herzog clip. They cut it to 45 seconds. A penguin walking. Herzog asking, "But why?" And suddenly, it's everywhere. January 2026, 14 million uses of the audio. POV, you're walking away from everything you know. When you finally choose yourself. Me leaving a situation that destroyed my mental health. And also, me in 2026, the vibe this year. We're all just walking toward the mountains now, huh? The tone changes. It's not funny anymore. It's recognition. Here's what no one is saying out loud. Herzog, right now, is doing interviews. Not about penguins, about the internet. He says civilization is fragile, biologically fragile. That, when the internet collapses, and it will, we collapse with it. Food systems, communication, medicine, coordination, gone. We're not ready. We're walking into the future blind. Sound familiar? The penguin isn't a metaphor. The penguin is the warning. In 2007, we watched a bird choose extinction and laughed. In 2026, we watch it again, and we nod. Because we feel the pull. Delete the apps, quit the job, leave the city. Just walk. Toward silence, toward nothing, toward the mountains. But here's the reality. That penguin wasn't crazy. He was right. Since that film was made, emperor penguin populations have collapsed. Ice shelves are failing. Breeding cycles are breaking. The ocean they evolved for is disappearing faster than they can adapt. That bird wasn't insane. He was a refugee. The colony was already dying. He just saw it first. And maybe the mountains weren't certain death. Maybe they were uncertain survival. And when staying means drowning, slowly, walking into the unknown becomes the only logical choice. So, why was he walking away? Because the sea was burning. Because the colony was sinking. Because everyone else was pretending the ice wasn't melting. And why are we watching him now? Because we're standing on the same ice, different continent, same melt. Here's the part that stays with me. The scientists said no matter how many times they turned him around, he would go back. He would choose the mountains, every time. That's agency. When extinction is on the table, choice becomes the last freedom left. That's not nihilism. That's clarity. That's seeing the world exactly as it is, absurd, indifferent, breaking, and walking anyway. Camus said we must imagine Sisyphus happy. I think we have to imagine the penguin the same way. Walking, alone, free. If you're walking toward the mountains right now, tell me why. I read every comment. And if this video found you at 3 in the morning, subscribe. Not because I need it, because you need to know you're not the only one walking. We're all out here on the ice, trying to figure out which direction is forward. See you in the next one. Maybe, if we don't freeze first.